about to roll.
Super ready, excited for the day. It's going to be an amazing day. Back to the scene.
We need more Philly. Gather two.
We are shooting digits.
Best show ever in front of
3, 2, 1,
Happy Tuesday, baby!
Woo! My name is Erinn.
My name is Dan.
And we are
Erinn and Dan. And this is Erinn and Dan, but it's live. It's Erinn and Dan, but it's live.
It's live right now. We are live on Tuesday, March 5th at 8:01 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. How y'all doing out there?
I bet you're doing swell. I mean, I'm feeling groovy. I'm feeling cheesy. We already got some admirers of Erinn's concoction here.
Can I tell you how challenging it was to make these cheese doodles stick to my hair?
How?
Very challenging.
Yeah, I watched her suffer through it. We've actually got a lot of cheese crumbs and broken barrettes.
We do. Dan just went with one cheese doodle today.
This is my cheese love, my little lavalier cheese.
Yeah.
Because, why?
Because it's National Cheeze Doodle Day!
Yes, Cheeze Doodle Dandy, baby.
I'm a cheesy doodle dandy. National Cheeze Doodle Day. Cheese doodles were invented by the Flake-All Corporation in Wisconsin in the early 1930s.
The what?
The Flake-All Corporation.
Flake-All?
Flakall.
I hate
now,
that.
Listen to this.
Okay.
It specialized in making flaky pet food, but they created what was called corn nuts as a human snack and had a patent in 1939.
I love corn nuts. I wish it were National Corn Nut Day.
Well, it's not. It's National Cheeze Doodle Day.
Cheeze Doodle Day.
But guess what happened?
What?
The snack was commercialized in 1946 by another company, and around the same time, Elmer Candy of New Orleans. I know we have a lot of you out there in New Orleans.
Who's coming in from the Elmer factory in New Orleans?
Yeah, let us know. They created a similar invention in 1936, and today, they still sell cheese doodles under the name Cheeze Wheeze.
Cheeze Wheeze?
Yeah.
Like wee or like...
So if you go down there, you will find cheese doodles under the name of Cheeze Wheeze. Check out these cheese doodles.
Okay, yeah, check it out. We got two different flavors. There was a third flavor of cheese doodle that we had to sleep on, which was like a Carolina Reaper cheese doodle, which of course I wanted to go for, but it was like $45 for a 12-pack.
Yeah, we couldn't do that.
We can't afford it.
Hey,
Send
Michael,
money.
we miss you too, and you're going to know our guest today coming up real soon. Guys, I have not tried this yet. Here we go.
I want to tell you what. There is a reason that these are half the price of Cheetos.
These taste like
Crap.
cardboard, but cheesy cardboard.
They're really not good.
I love it.
The texture's a failure, too.
You know what? This reminds me of a packing peanut, and I used to want to eat packing
Here,
peanuts.
try these ones. These are extra crunchy. These are baked.
Okay, I'll trade you. All right, let's see what these cheese doodlers are like. Oh, that's, that also tastes like a packing peanut, but a slightly staler one.
For the thumbnail.
Who am I to disagree? Oh, I get it. You're doing that song, Brian
These are actually going to
Jenkins.
live on my lap because I'm going to be eating these the whole episode. I'm hungry.
That's a good idea. I'll be wearing mine like a crown instead.
Yo, we are live right now to your devices. You're following us in one of these places, I'm sure. If you're not, you should be. If you're out there, give us a holler. Tell us what you're eating. Tell us what you're drinking. Tell us what you're doing.
Especially tell us what you're drinking because it's about time to toast. Ladies and gentlemen, every week we like to bring a new drink in. And today is also, besides National Cheeze Doodle Day, it's also National Absinthe Day.
Yes, the Green Fairy.
That's
Look
right.
at this. We went ahead and splurged on a rather nice bottle of absinthe because...
That's all they had.
If you're going to drink disgusting liquor, you may as well do it while pissing your money away.
Look at how beautiful that is. Isn't that gorgeous? It's absolutely beautiful. Now, I will say, I believe that we were supposed to use it like this.
Yeah.
I think we were supposed to get a really cool thing, put a thing of sugar over it. We didn't do that.
Now, we're on a budget, fam.
But I am excited to try this because I've never actually had absinthe.
Well, you are going to hate it.
I won't hate it.
Yeah. Does anyone out there actually like absinthe? I'm curious.
Well, Kelly's drinking milk right from her cow.
What?
So that's
Like,
really impressive.
your lips are on the teat at this moment? How are you? What a strange viewing angle.
I'm sorry, I didn't need to go
What are
there.
the fingers doing?
I don't really know. You guys, I'm going to take a shower after this because Cheeze Doodle crumbs are coming into my clean hair as we speak.
Okay. Everyone stop.
This is so exciting.
Stop with the filth.
Oswald, I got to tell you something. French onion dip and chips, mwah, my favorite. I
All
love
right.
it so much.
Oswald, you're not going to get anything out of this because you're a child and cannot drink alcohol.
And should not.
Well, you can, but you shouldn't.
Yes, so Terry, this is absinthe, and it is a really wonderful drink, I hear. We're going to find
Who
out.
says that?
I don't know. Oh, I thought it would be a lot more green. Oh, it's pretty green.
Pretty green. I mean, for like a liquor.
Yeah,
it
true.
It looks like when I have a lot of niacin and I take a wee-wee.
Does it?
Yeah.
When do you have a lot of niacin, Dan?
When I'm doing a detox.
Ah, I see.
Yeah.
If you guys need pointers, I have an absinthe fountain, says Michael. Well,
Wait, okay, yes,
don't
please.
know what that is, but
Michael,
please tell us.
Please educate us and our audience at large right now. What is an absinthe fountain?
Because we have to celebrate National Absinthe Day in style with all of y'all.
Okay.
All of y'all.
Before we get into the toast, I want you to take a sniff of this and really take it in.
Okay.
Because you've never had absinthe before. And if anyone out there has not had absinthe, it's very anise forward. Yeah, exactly. Not my favorite.
Oh, man.
In college, we used to drink it because we thought it was psychotropic. People claim it's psychotropic.
I heard that.
And I hear it's because if you use large wormwood, it's legal and fine, but it's the small wormwood that kind of screws you up.
So, if I drink this, am I going to go psycho?
No.
Oh.
No more than you already are.
Hey! Dan loves his board.
Yeah.
You know, okay, this is interesting.
What?
I'll have to, what does it smell like, Carrie says?
It smells like star anise.
Yeah, my mom used to make
And
these anise cookies.
liquor.
I accidentally called them anus cookies when I was a kid, and I got in big laughter for that.
My mom used to make anus cookies, and I passed them off as anise at sleepovers.
Yeah, it's the difference between our moms. But it smells just like black licorice.
Yeah.
In
But
liquid form.
with like a liquor twist. It's really not great.
But we haven't tried it yet. We don't know
Okay.
that it's not great.
Grand wormwood, green anise, sweet fennel, hyssop, HYSSOP, and Roman wormwood.
What's up?
2 types of wormwood for what it's worth.
Wormwood is what kills dogs. Oh no, that's heartworm. Poor doggies.
Heartworm gives me wormwood. All right, we're gonna bring in this day. We have a special toast from a special
Yes.
person. This week I've been listening to Metallica, and Metallica was founded by drummer Lars Ulrich, and Lars Ulrich was the inspiration for one of our spring kids to start drumming.
That's right. She is only 10 years old. She's phenomenal. And her name is Georgia Turner. Georgia, will you take it away?
She's bringing today's.
Time now for a toast.
Ooh, that one's gonna need a little help. Yeah. It's a toast and a jam. It's like a little toast and a little jam. Georgia, give us what you got.
Time now for a toast.
Ooh. All right. Georgia, stop screwing around.
Yeah, come on, Georgia.
Come on, Georgia.
Hi everyone, I'm Georgia, and I'd like to make a toast to a beautiful spring, metal music, and girl drummers.
Yeah.
Cheers, Georgia.
Yeah. Blink.
Here we go.
All right. Absinthe. Erin's very first absinthe.
That is not as bad as it smells.
Fuck.
Actually, I love it.
Do you? Oh.
My mouth is like dancing.
Okay. My mouth is doing something, but it is not dancing.
So Michael says
My mouth
traditionally
is
you
seizing
serve
in
it
a gutter.
with the fountain. You pour your absinthe in the glass and the fountain drips water over a sugar cube. Oh,
Yeah,
so this
we
must
did-
be a fountain.
Yeah, we did see that, but we failed to pick up sugar cubes. However, I do have some sugar in the raw, and I'm thinking I'm going to
Sugar
try
in
and
the raw,
stick that
sugar
in my
in the
drink
raw,
and just see
sugar
if it's
in the
any
raw.
better. I know it's not the same, and I'm sure your absinthe purists out there are rolling in your Danish and Dutch graves.
My friend Javier says
But
sausage.
let's just see what that does.
That's an inside joke, so for all of you who didn't understand.
What is it? What is it? What's the joke?
It's just that we used to, so I used to work on the Uncruise as a guest performer, and he was in the kitchen, and he would literally hide sausages in my cabin, and then I'd find them and then give them to the crew to hide in his cabin, and we passed these sausages back and forth.
I thought I was the only one who hid sausage in your cabin.
No, baby.
Yeah, we want to do School of Rock at Spring. If you know any kids who would be great in that show, we need, I think we have at least a bassist and a guitarist. Hi!
Great to see you, Amanda. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah,
right.
It would be so much fun.
I'm letting this raw sugar seep over this absinthe for a while, and we'll just see what this does.
I kind of dig it raw, and I'm shocked because I don't like black licorice, y'all. This is good. This is good.
You can have it.
I don't know if my mom's watching, but Mom, do you remember those anus cookies you used to make? Good stuff.
We'll talk about your mom's anus cookies on the air.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I want to tell you about a couple things that I learned this week. Okay, I'm so excited. LeBron James.
LeBron James.
You know who he is, right?
Who? The GOAT.
Freaking LeBron James. I was listening to NPR.
Wait. Is this your week of learning?
No.
Oh, okay.
I just was fascinated, but I should have put this in my week of learning. LeBron James just made me so happy because for those of you who don't know out there, LeBron just scored his 40,000th career point,
wow.
Which is insane. No one has done this. And do you know why?
Is that true? Is that an all-time record?
It's an all-time record.
Wow, he really is the GOAT.
It's actually over 40,000. It's like 40,000 something by now.
That's crazy.
Because he didn't stop right at 40,000. He had to get a couple more extras in there. But this is what's so cool about LeBron.
That's his technique.
This is what he does.
Yeah.
I'm so impressed with him, and I'm so grateful that he's done this for two reasons. First of all, his consistency is inspiring because they were talking about how a lot of athletes have a learning curve where they start out and they're like 18 and then they are not so good, and then they're like 20 and they get really good, and then they start to get worse as they get older.
I feel like that's probably not a learning curve. It's probably an ability curve.
An ability curve, an athlete curve out there.
I
Help
think
me.
18-year-olds come into the NBA and they're like, how do I even, what do I do with this ball?
But he's been consistent his whole life. Literally, since he was 18, he was scoring high. He is now my age, and he's still scoring high.
Which, if you're keeping track at home, is ancient.
Ancient people can be athletes. Thanks, LeBron, for inspiring me.
Thanks.
You make me happy.
Thank you for inspiring my geriatric wife. What's this?
Oh, God, you guys, Facebook went down today for a whole
all of
hour.
Meta, in fact.
And I got to tell you, it messed me up. I communicate with too many people on Messenger. I have a small social media business. I have businesses. We have our live show tonight. I missed it.
And I couldn't talk to my friends.
If anybody was affected out there by the Facebook blah, 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 then let us know because it was crazy. Erinn, can you talk with your hands in your pockets? What do you mean?
You gesticulate a lot.
Oh, I do gesticulate.
Yeah.
What a great word. Gesticulation.
Gesticulation.
I can, but I prefer not to, Brian.
By the
way,
way,
if I do, I start using a lot more expressions.
What do you think of these shirts?
Yeah.
What do they make you think of?
This is a test. Dan's shirt is really matching with that cheese doodle in the middle of it.
It's great.
Y'all, this is the first time I've ever celebrated National Absinthe and National Cheeze Doodle Day.
Speaking of, I'm definitely preferencing the cheese doodles today because this absinthe is not it. Let me tell you why.
Caitlin Clark was the highest scorer ever in men and women's basketball. That is very good to know.
Is that a woman?
I guess so.
She scored higher than any man?
That's pretty impressive.
Not mine, America!
Y'all, look at this picture. So as you may not know, or may know, Dan Beckman is an award-winning photographer. And
Two awards, twice.
2 awards, but he's only entered 2 competitions, so he's pretty dang good. He loves to share his photography. Tell us about this, Dan.
This is a hippo, and next to the hippo, you'll find a smaller hippo. We took these in Kenya, and if you don't know this, the hippo is responsible for more direct human deaths than any animal on Earth. They're very, very dangerous. And we were at the hippo enclosure, and I really wanted to get down by the hippos because you really want to shoot them on eye level. They wouldn't let me go. And I was hopping around. I say enclosure. It wasn't an enclosure. It was the bank of the river, and we were on a bluff above it. And I was hopping around the bluffs, and I literally have never been closer to falling and not actually fallen in my life.
I thought he was going to go in to the hippo pool, and that would be the end, which would be a great way to go.
I jumped, and then I almost beveled over the edge, and then I made my way back, and I did that thing that, you do where you're just like, and you just like pretend like nothing happened, even though everyone saw it and reacted. I never acknowledged it. I was that guy. Anyway, that's a hippo, and it's babies.
PGS say that this shirt makes him think of Rorschach as a hippie.
You mean Rorschach like the Inkblot test, or Rorschach like the Watchman? The guy who's like,
this city is burning, I overwhelmed and everything's snot and grime and crap, and I hate everything, and life sucks.
I love Watchmen.
Sound like James Hetfield.
For those of you who know me, you know that Watchmen changed my life because I used to think of movies as like
welcome,
good and
Oswald.
bad people, and at the end of that movie, you really see both sides. And
Yeah,
boy,
and you
oh
also
boy.
see Dr. Manhattan's wiener.
You know what? I've still never seen it.
Well, we are gonna watch it tonight, and
I mean,
it's
we'll
hard
have
to
to
miss.
pause it. I don't know how I missed it.
You don't have to
I've
pause
seen
it.
that movie
It's like-
4 times, and I've not seen one wiener.
It takes up a good amount of the frame for like 13 minutes.
Not one wiener. Oh well. You know what this year is? This is Erin's year of learning.
This is my favorite part.
I love it too. So I decided at the beginning of this year that I am going to learn one new thing each day. That's 365. Today I learned that Dan Beckman does not like even the good absinthe.
Absolutely my least favorite liquor, bar none.
Absolutely?
Bar none.
Absolutely.
Stop that. We're beyond puns. That's how upset I am at this disgusting beverage.
I'm kind of digging it.
Okay.
Not going to lie. It's pretty dang good.
So, your year of learning.
I decided that I'm going to learn one thing per day, and this is going to allow me to be a 365-degree smarter at the end of the year. So on February
That's
27th...
5 more degrees than are possible.
It's actually one extra because of leap year. On February 27th, I learned that with 158 separate stanzas, the longest national anthem in the world belongs to Greece.
We learned that together.
We did?
Yeah, it was a trivia. I remember that.
Well, I forgot it.
And
so
I remembered
relearned it.
Hey!
Good job.
Next.
Next, on February 28th, I learned that Amelia Earhart and Eleanor Roosevelt once sneaked out of the White House and commandeered an airplane to go on a joyride to Baltimore.
You know, if Eleanor Roosevelt had known about Amelia Earhart's reputation with planes, I don't think she'd have been eager to get in there with her.
I mean, she was a great pilot. Did you see Night at the Museum too?
Did you see Amelia Earhart get out of the triangle?
Next, on February 29th, which was Leap Day, this is crazy, Dan. I could not wait to tell you this.
Okay, I'm so psyched.
The Waffle House Index is informally used by FEMA to gauge storm severity. It's due because the restaurant's reputation for staying open in extreme weather. So they literally look at the Waffle Houses, and there's like a Waffle House map. And when Waffle Houses are closed, that's when FEMA decides how big they're going to go.
No way,
100%.
dude.
I even double-checked this.
That's so crazy.
I know, right?
Also, is there a better plural for Waffle Houses? Like Waffle High?
Waffle who? Waffle he, waffle high, waffle hey, 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 waffle who, waffle high,
Next.
Next, I learned on the first day of March.
It's a baby.
Oh, yeah. Did you know that there is no flavor in food without saliva? In order to taste, the chemicals from the food must dissolve in saliva. Once the chemicals are dissolved, they can be detected by receptors in our taste buds.
Is that true?
Well, yes.
Is that just babies?
No, I just thought that was a cute picture.
That is a cute picture. Look
Yeah.
at that. Look at
Hi,
that baby.
He's
Aw.
going, drool, drool, drool. And he likes it a lot.
That is true, but if she'd had foresight, which is one of the First Lady's primary functions, she'd have known better.
True.
It worked this time, but we'll be next time. Next.
On March 2nd, this is so cool too, I learned that it is impossible to burp in space.
No way.
Yes.
No way.
Normally, gravity pulls all of the liquids and solids in your stomach down to the bottom, and it puts all the gases at the top, and then you burn it out. But because there's no gravity, you don't have this luxury. So, in space, it's all the stomach, the liquids, the gases, and everything is just all together, and you cannot burp
So
in
when you
space.
burp, is it because gas is coming from beneath the liquid and it's going?
I guess so. It's like literally, it's this. I just did it. Did you guys hear that in the mic? He can burp on command.
Yeah, especially with a good compressor on my mic.
I've
Next.
always wished. All right, on March 3rd, this is so cute. The word muscle comes from the Latin word musculus, which means little mouse, because of the shape and the movement of some muscles were thought to resemble mice. That's literally why it's called a muscle. Look at my muscle, my little mouse. Look at Dan's big mouse. I'm so proud of him.
Big mouse.
Dude is working out every day.
And look what I had to
it's
show for it.
showing. Dude, if you could feel this, ooh.
You can. Let's welcome our studio audience.
All right, on March 4th, this is my last fact for the week. I learned that the barrel eye fish, look at this dude.
Oh, I've seen this guy.
Well, did you know that he can literally look through his own head?
Yes.
With his eyes pointed upwards, the barrel eye sees through its transparent head and spots prey coming above it in the water column. Scientists originally believed that the fish's eyes were fixed looking straight up, but it's not true. He was just literally looking through his own head.
Do you know how deep they live?
How deep do they live? How deep do they live? I really need to know. How deep?
'Cause we're
Living in a world of food, breaking us down, where we all should let us be. We belong to you and me. I'm a barrel eye fish.
All right, this episode is not our strongest, but
What's wrong?
I'm having fun.
That's what I learned. And now, Dan,
Yeah?
it is time to do something else.
What?
It is time to try something that may or may not wreck a part of us.
Oh, are you saying that it's time to do our very famous segment that everyone loves, especially us and mostly us and maybe not anyone else?
Yeah.
It's time to your mouth.
Whoa!
What?
All right, well, that kind of seems deliberately misleading.
It is time to wreck our mouths.
Oh, I'm psyched.
And today we have a brand new hot sauce.
Mm-hmm.
It is a peach bourbon hot sauce from Tabanero.
Woo!
Do you know about Tabanero?
Well, only because you told me about it 45 minutes ago.
Well, I was just trying to create some.
Oh,
Anyway.
no, tell me about Habanero.
So this is so cool. So this dude, Carl, his name was Carl DeSantis. John DeSantis, if you're out there, hey, maybe he's related. During a vacation in the beautiful
name isn't
state
DeSantis.
of Tabasco, Mexico, Carl recognized these magnificent hot sauces and spices that he tasted there, and they were nowhere to be found in the United States because he recognized that most of the hot sauces in the United States are too vinegary and lack taste, or they're heavy on the heat but they have no flavor. So he forgot his vacation. He immediately went to go to work, and he made this perfect hot sauce, or so he says. And this is their peach bourbon.
I cannot
hot
get
sauce.
the scent of absinthe out of my nostrils.
Well, maybe this bourbon hot sauce will help.
I can't. Okay, let's see.
Are you ready? 1, 2, and 3.
That is an incredibly sweet hot sauce and is not at all hot.
But it's got a lot of flavor.
That's like something I'd put on pancakes.
It kind of does taste like. Now, this is just one of the many hot sauces they have in their collection.
I'm not going to call this a hot sauce. This is a sauce.
It's more like a sauce. You're right. But
Yeah.
look, these are the peppers that made that sauce. I found this picture online, and it's true.
Supposedly there's habanero in here. I don't taste it.
I don't either.
There's a lot of sweet. It's very sweet. That's like the sweetest, quote-unquote, hot sauce I've ever had in my life.
Now, guess what else?
What?
I only paid $1.45 for that entire bottle of hot
I'm
sauce.
not surprised. No offense. I think it's great. If you are a person who enjoys the flavor of peach and sugar and hates hot sauce, this is for you.
I'm actually surprised at how mellow it is.
I hope Dave, what's his name?
His name is Carl.
I hope Carl isn't watching this at home and he's like weeping into his pillow now.
Now, you know what? Carl's used to it because successful people have to deal with a lot of criticism.
Carl's used to it because his sauce sucks.
No, it doesn't suck.
No,
oh,
it's
Carl.
No. It's just not good if you like hot sauce.
Ladies and gentlemen,
If
I'm
you
so
like
sorry.
pancakes, or if I put this in ice cream, or I would drink it before I drink the absinthe. I'll tell you that much right now.
Ryan asks, on a scale from 1 to 10, with 10 being the hottest, where do we rank it?
A 1.
I rank it more like a 0.
It's like a 1. Well, 0 is an option.
Okay, I see.
Yeah, it's literally like, I think
No
when
heat.
I keyed into it at the very end, like you can kind of, there's like a little like turtle head of like heat poopy
A
that's
turtle
just like,
head. Heat poopy?
I'm here.
Dan
It's-
says that there's a turtle head of heat poopy.
Like think of Tabasco, which is a mild sauce. This is significantly more mild.
That's a great
Ooh,
idea.
Okay, watch me.
Carrie, we are going to take you up on that
I might
offer.
actually stick this in my absinthe too.
Now, what tastes better, the absinthe or the peach bourbon hot sauce?
The sauce.
It's not been a good day for you, has it, Dan? Your hot sauces aren't hot.
I
your
have
drink
high
isn't
hopes for
good?
this stream and it's all gone to hell.
I'm not gonna lie, this is delicious. I really like absinthe and I can't believe it.
This just continues to speak to her taste. She keeps pointing out men that are attractive and it really makes me feel bad about myself.
No.
And now she's doing the same thing with her liquor. All right.
I think Dan's the most attractive man ever. And guys, if you agree, will you please put some love for Dan in the chat?
Where my boys at?
Because I want him to know that I'm not just biased. Look at how freaking cute he is.
All right.
He's so cute.
This is not
Not good?
Well, it's not bad. It just tastes like I'm dipping a subpar Cheeto into a sauce that isn't hot.
Well, that's what you're doing.
Well, then very accurate. 10 out of 10 experience.
Right now, we have a video game of the week. Dan has been playing a lot of video games these last couple weeks on his off time. And what are you talking about today, Dan?
My Cheeze Doodle just fell off my mic. This is Sea of Stars. This got a lot of attention last year at the Game Awards. It's an independent RPG that's inspired by games like Chrono Trigger from the SNES era. It's really good. It's really, really cool. Cool combat system, beautiful art style, wonderful score that's orchestral, but also kind of is inspired by the chip tunes of the 16-bit era. It's really, really good. If you like Chrono Trigger, if you like those old school, like Super Nintendo, PlayStation era RPGs, JRPGs, it's definitely worth checking out. Great writing, and lovable characters, brilliant, vibrant environments, fun combat system, everything you want out of a good old RPG, and it's a really nice throwback. I would highly recommend it.
He plays it at night beside me in bed while I'm collecting wisps on Disney Illusion Island.
Yeah, you like that?
And he does. I do like it.
Yeah. Okay, here we missed some things here. You taste the spice without saliva. Okay. Maybe that's what I did. I didn't have enough spit in my mouth.
That is a really good thing.
All right.
If you do love absinthe, give me some love in the chat because it's
if
really
you love your absinthe, say hey,
hey,
ho. I do not.
Dashel has a large comment about hot sauce.
A large comment.
Yeah, he says that we need to sign a petition for Dan to be on the cover of The Sexiest Man Alive, and I agree.
Oh, whoever agrees, spam the muscle emoji in the chat now. Not tomorrow, not today, but now.
I love you, Dash.
Thanks, Dash.
You know, this got me thinking. This got me so positive. But we have a question real quick from Oswald.
Wonder Song. I've never even... is that the one where you play as a little bard and it's kind of like cardboard... cardboard, like construction paper kind of cutout-y looking thing? It's
I like cardboard
I think I may have
bards.
played that briefly on the Switch.
That sounds fun.
But tell me if I'm wrong. I think I'm thinking of the wrong game. I'm not sure.
The wrong game, the wrong game. This has been the wrongest game.
Ladies and gentlemen, I love positive thinking. I love light. And so we created a section on the show
Oh, it's
just
such
for me.
Yeah, it's really nice. And you'll like it too.
Yeah. Why is that?
Dan.
I couldn't hold it.
Erin's Positivity Corner, and today I want to talk to you about something very important to me, your head trash. Everybody has it. Everybody has things. I literally have trash in my head right now in the form of Cheeze Doodles. Head trash is what I call negative thinking, negative thoughts, things that you really kind of want to get out of there. So there are so many ways that we can get rid of our head trash. The first thing is to recognize your negative thoughts. Sometimes you'll be talking to someone and you won't even recognize what you're saying is negative. You might think that you're saying something that's just the facts or something that is agreeing with someone else in the room, but recognize those negative thoughts because that's something that is really important and the first step. The second thing is the word should. How many of you out there say, I should lose weight, I should go to that, I should. Well, if you should, then just do it. And if you don't want to, don't say you should, because that leads to the next thing, which is blame. You blame yourself or you blame others. This poor guy.
I thought when this picture was small, I thought it was like a bunch of terrorists holding somebody up at gunpoint.
No.
I'm glad to see it's not.
It's a picture of blame.
Yeah.
But seriously, blame is the worst thing that you can do because you blame either others. I've heard so many negative conversations where they're like, oh, that's so-and-so's fault, or that's the company's fault, or that's the president's fault, or it's election day. We're not going to talk about that.
Look at the shape of their hands.
They're pointing.
I'm surprised you put that on our show.
Anyway, don't blame others. And also, y'all, don't blame yourself. Blaming yourself is just as bad as blaming others.
Unless you're the problem.
Anyway. Then, also, sometimes you magnify problems in your head, meaning that a problem is but you make it so big in your head that it actually becomes something big. So after you recognize your negative thoughts, then pop it through a truthometer. We don't actually have real truthometers, but we do in our heads and our brains. And a lot of the things that we complain about aren't even true. Sometimes it's gossip. Sometimes it's stuff that we made up in our heads. A lot of it is negative self-talk that we just made up. I can't tell you how many times I've heard people say, so-and-so doesn't like me and so-and-so has no opinion about you. So don't make things up and put it through your truth-o-meter and see what's actually true. And then, guys, this is a huge one. Please be open to humor. Look at how happy that baby is. He was just told a joke and he didn't care if it was sexist. I'm kidding. I don't know why I said that. But be open to humor, guys. If you're having a bad time and somebody comes in and makes a joke, I'm pretty sure they're doing it to make you feel better. And humor is so important. We've become this society that's really challenged to accept humor and all of that because we do want to be sensitive. And I'm not saying don't be sensitive, but it's really important. And the last thing is please promote self-talk to yourself and to others, because if you surround yourself with positive people and have a lot of positive self-talk, you're just going to be in a better headspace, and that head trash will get taken out in Thursday's trash. And that's
Erin's Positivity Corner.
Now, during that segment, and I don't want you to blame yourself, we lost half our viewership.
Oh, they're coming back, though.
Yeah, see, it's over. They're like, I'm going to tune out for 3 minutes, go get some absinthe and Cheeze Doodles.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm going to come on back.
Dan, what have you been doing this year with your music?
I've been listening to a new artist's entire discography when I can, every single week. And this week's band was the one and only Metallica, the probably undisputed kings of metal, the leaders of the Big Four. Started as a thrash metal band in the 80s, and honestly, they've had quite a musical journey. If you are a Metallica fan, you know this already, and sound off in the comments. But they're a band who was constantly reinventing themselves and trying out new things. I didn't know this until I spent some time with them this week. Very, very good people. And unlike a lot of what you would think about metal, they're very musical. And their album S&M they did with the San Francisco Symphony is definitely worth checking out, even if you don't think you like metal, because they paired their songs with orchestral arrangements that are really, really lovely and mixed extremely well. Great. I mean, very good musicians and decent people. In fact, some things about Metallica that are interesting. They were the first artists in history to debut 5 albums in a row at #1 on the Billboard Top 200.
Wow.
Yeah. Dave Matthews did it right afterwards and then did 6, and then Metallica debuted the next album and tied Dave Matthews at 6. Very impressive. They were the first band ever to play on 7 continents.
Wow.
They did a concert called Freeze 'Em All that they streamed from Antarctica.
You've performed on 6 out of the 7 continents.
But I am not Metallica. And then this is something you'll love. You think of metal and you think of people who are like dark and grungy and angry. That may be true, but they actually funded they started a program called All Within My Hands, a foundation, and their mission is to create sustainable communities by supporting workforce education, the fight against hunger, and other critical local services.
I love that.
And on one day, they used to do these concerts every year, and on their 6th year of doing it, on the one day, they raised like $330,000 for that foundation.
Oh my gosh,
to
that's
support
amazing.
Workforce education in local communities.
That's great.
Yeah, really nice people, good people.
I will also say we were watching one of the Metallica concerts, and the lead singer was very rah, and then
James Hetfield, he'll be like, after never, yeah, and then he'll be like, all right, guys, we're having a good time. You guys having a good time? Having fun up here. Thanks, cool.
He's just like a big nerd. I love him.
Yeah. Well, he didn't want to be the lead singer. He was a rhythm guitarist and lead singer out of necessity when they started the group, but he didn't want to be the lead singer. He ended up sticking at it and growing through it, but he wasn't initially intending to be a frontman, and he's one of the greats.
Isn't that crazy?
So that's Metallica, y'all.
Yep. It was a good journey. Dan, do
Get
you
on
know
board.
who you're going to do next week?
I don't. I have to figure it out tonight. I just put up a vote on my Facebook page. If you guys go out there and you can vote for artists that have been posed, and the one with the most votes is going to get not this week, but the following week's pick. Right now, Taylor Swift is in the lead, which I'm honestly kind of looking forward to, and I kind of hope it sticks. But there's also votes for R.E.M., some for Elton John, and a couple of other people. So go
Nice.
check it out.
Bruce says that the Oak Ridge Boys are on their farewell tour after 50 years. That's pretty crazy. Very cool. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I am so excited about what's to happen right now.
What's to happen right
now? We have
Yes,
a
Dave
great...
Mustaine was there first, and then they kicked him out, and he started Megadeth.
Oh, Megadeth. Yeah. We have a great guest coming at you right now. Our good friend KeeKee Ross is from Georgia. She loves to travel on her free time. She loves to explore nature. She loves to exercise, and she considers herself a hardcore fan of the weekend.
Ooh, and she means the band, not the 2 days after Friday.
Although I'm sure she likes that too. KeeKee has an online presence on YouTube and says she's not an influencer. She just likes to tell it like it is. Joining us all the way from New Hampshire, please give a warm welcome to KeeKee Ross.
Oh, no, I'm kidding.
Oh, jeez, don't do
Jump
that.
scare.
I'm so absent in Cheeze Doodles.
How KeeKee. How
you
are
doing?
you?
I'm good. It's a Tuesday. I'm off of work.
Where'd you come from? Where did you work today?
I worked at the hotel that I work at. It's one of the only hotels in my company that's in New Hampshire.
Nice.
Really? That's because New Hampshire is this big.
It is.
I know, it's like bite size.
Yeah, I love it. I love New Hampshire. You just moved there, right?
Yeah, 8 months ago.
How do you like it?
I actually love it. I don't think I would ever leave the New England area, so.
It is beautiful up there. Dan fell in love with Maine, which is just your sister state.
Yeah, right
If and
next
when
door.
Erinn is crushed in a tragic but possibly avoidable industrial accident, I will move to Maine and become an author.
You want to become the next Stephen King?
Yeah, I'm just kind of looking for an escape, to be honest.
And they got
Well,
good
it's a good
lobster
spot.
rolls.
So true.
Oh, they do. That's something. I love lobster, and I have not gotten enough of it at this point.
Really? So is
Yeah.
the New Hampshire's landlocked though, right?
What do you mean by that?
Well, it's not on the coast, right?
Actually, we do have coast. So if you go to
It's
Hampton,
Rye, New Hampshire.
yeah, we do have beaches.
That's right. Actually, I take that back because Erinn and I visited the coastal town of Rye, New Hampshire, and I found out that my great grandfather founded that town.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
That's pretty cool.
So I don't know who wants to touch me, but
Everyone wants to touch you, Dan. Did you see all those muscles coming in for you earlier?
yes, all from minors. It was strange.
That's awesome.
I mean,
So-
minors. Like
Side eye.
I knew what you meant, but it didn't sound like that's what
that's
you
not what I meant. I was just saving face.
Oh, KeeKee, it's great to see you. We met KeeKee when we were working on American Queen Voyages, which is now bankrupt,
Oh
unfortunately.
yeah. This
Goodbye,
bad.
wonderful company. It was a good
Effective
time.
immediately.
We always had a good time together, and
We did.
you could always count on KeeKee making us smile, and all the guests every single day.
I know, right? Just got to be yourself. That's all that counts.
Yep.
KeeKee, but you also you're kind of you dropped the word influencer. Tell us more about that.
No, I dropped the word influencer, and she said she's not an influencer.
I know, but she's suggesting
she is an influencer.
she's rebranding it.
Not really. I just like to share my experience because I feel like a lot of people have a tendency to kind of doubt themselves when it comes to life journeys. And my life journey is always so unconventional. And when I share it with people here, they're like, what the heck? You worked on a boat for 5 years and you randomly decided to move to New Hampshire? And I'm like, yeah. And ever since I've moved here, I've just done so many things and I've just completely changed my life within 8 months. And I didn't think it was even possible. And so I just like to share that with people and just show them that there's no limit to what you can do in life. And I wouldn't consider myself an influencer, just someone that wants to share my experience with other people and encourage them.
That's just
So-
a really nice way to say influencer.
You're not an influencer. You're one who creates a sphere of influence.
No, I would say I tell people that the only thing stopping them from succeeding in life is them.
I love that. It's true.
Yep.
It's true. I hope y'all are inspired by KeeKee because it is true. I think a lot of people get in their own way. I was talking about head trash earlier, and like it debilitates people from moving forward and becoming all they can be.
Yep. And the hardest part I think about just pursuing anything that you want to do in life is the fact that there's so many different narratives that are true or aren't true online. And so you don't see necessarily what it takes to get to that point or how someone got to the point of being, I don't know, the biggest influencer or the biggest celebrity, the biggest athlete in the world. Like everyone's just like, they think, oh, it happened overnight.
So true.
TikTok makes people think that celebrity status or fame happens overnight, which is not, it's not really true. Like for some people, yeah, it is. but the quicker you get it is the the same amount of time you'll lose it.
So true.
I've heard a lot of people put videos out and they're like, I want this to go viral, post.
Yeah.
And then they wait for it to go viral. And I think that if you wait for the number of likes or you wait for the number of watchers, if that's your ultimate goal, it's probably going to be pretty empty.
Exactly. And it's just like when I first started my YouTube journey, which I think was like probably right before the pandemic, I want to say, or it was during the pandemic, one or the other. I put videos out because I enjoyed it. Like, I just enjoyed sharing my daily life.
Yeah.
I do it on the daily. Just doing, like, weird stuff. I've always been a weird person. I've always been, like, not standoffish in a bad way, but just not afraid to just really do my own thing.
That's great.
And
That's the way to do it.
yeah, and I just feel like I never really expected to go viral. Would I rather that be something that I'm doing daily? Of course, because I want to express myself. But I definitely never expected success to come overnight, because that's barely possible. That's literally a 1 in a million thing.
Well, and I would say the success that does come overnight that people chase nowadays, like the viral success, is just as quickly gone. I think it's fleeting, a lot of it.
Definitely it is.
Like Taylor Swift, for example, one of the most successful people by any measure, but that was a long journey, you know?
Absolutely.
So, and that's the only example I have. So, good night.
You know, it's interesting though, because you think about all of these, like, even if you have a video that went out there and it got 1 million or 2 million or 3 million views, then the video's over. And what's
That's
next?
one video.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, it's like an artist that puts out an album, one viral album or one viral song, right? But like, what about your entire discography? Is it good enough to continue? Like, is it good enough to listen to 10 years later?
Yeah, so true.
So it's like, what you got to put everything into whatever. Like, if you're a creator, you have to put everything into what you have every single time. And people may not live it the first time, but 10 years later they could. Victoria Monet, famous R&B singer. She's been in the industry for 10 plus years. She just won her first Grammy this year.
That's amazing.
That tells you something.
Tracy Chapman won her first Grammy after her first album, so.
Yeah, but that was a freak.
Wow.
If it ain't happening to me that way, I don't want it.
Dan, have you learned nothing from today?
No.
It's because
Dan
you're
said,
high
"I am
off of
here."
absinthe.
Yeah, you know what else is interesting? You kind of commented about wondering. The biggest thing for me right now that's difficult is going through, for example, as a photographer. Now, when I'm going through photography feeds, I have to constantly ask myself, is this real? Is this AI? What if this is, how authentically is this being presented? And that's true of everything now. I think like a lot of even the websites where I used to read articles and stuff, I think a lot of that's being AI driven. Not that that makes it false, but I think there's a lot more deception and hiding the truth in products than there ever has been in history. And that's kind of, I don't know what's going to happen there.
Yeah,
but,
it'll be interesting.
I'll see you there.
I'm glad I'm not online dating, because you can make yourself look like anything.
I'm glad you're not
Right.
online dating either.
Yeah, right? Well, KeeKee and audience, we have a game that we'd like to challenge you to. And actually, we're all going to play this game, because this is a game that we've only played a couple times on the show, but it's one of our favorites.
And it's been a couple of years. It's a great game. I love it. You're going to love it too. We call it
Gimme 5. And so, audience, right now in the comments, you're going to give us categories. So this could be anything that we need to name 5 of in 10 seconds.
This could be candy bars, models of car, Playboy.
Don't make it too challenging.
I didn't.
Playboys in general.
Playboys, people who take advantage.
Colors or,
Anything.
gluten-free food, whatever it is.
Obscure hip-hop artists from the 1980s.
Yes.
Things like that.
And we'll go one at a time. KeeKee, of course, gets to go first because she is our guest of honor. And we will see who can get the most points.
And
this
the idea
gonna
is
be
you have
good.
to name 5 of these things in 5 seconds.
10 seconds.
5.
5 and 5?
Are we doing 10?
It's usually 10.
All right, we're doing 10. We're doing 10. I'm sorry. It's the absinthe and the Cheeze Doodles.
Audible
What
gulp.
kind of psychedelics you're on, but...
Sorry.
All right, so KeeKee,
right.
this comes to you. Our first one is...
5 pieces of Mexican food in 10 seconds.
Tacos, burritos, quesadillas, salsa, guacamole.
Great job. That
Wow.
was a quick one. Right out of the gate. You seem nervous too. I thought that was
It's because I'm greedy.
you could have named 6 then.
Right?
Yeah, or 10.
Yeah.
That was good.
Some
okay.
combination of meat, cheese, sour cream, and peppers.
That's pretty impressive.
Basically.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Dan. This next one
Okay.
comes to you.
Okay.
On your mark.
Ready?
Get set. And go.
Broadway musicals: Pippin, Wicked, Aladdin, Lion King, The Hunchback of Notre Dame, Jekyll and Hyde, The Scarlet Pimpernel, Brigadoon.
Okay, show off.
No. I'm just making sure because some of them, I don't know if they were all on Broadway.
Well done.
And I'm
well
greedy
done.
too. And I want Mexican food. But musicals are my Mexican food.
We could have done this in 5 seconds. Y'all are so fast.
Telling you.
Well, it's 10 now, and it's my turn.
Well, it's 10 now.
Score is 1 to 0. Can I catch up? What is my
Okay.
category?
Aaron, your category is breeds of dogs.
Maltipoo, Great Dane, Schnitzel, Dachshund, and Lab.
All right, we are definitely gonna call the clock on Schnitzel.
Schnitzel's not a dog?
As far as
it's
I know,
a real
Schnitzel's
I think so.
that is a hammered meat
Oh, it's a
famous in
dish.
Vienna.
Yeah.
It looks like a dog. It looks like a hot dog.
No, it looks like a big flat piece of battered meat.
All right, Schnitzel took me out of the running, but that's okay. I
It
still
always
have a
does.
chance to catch up.
It looks like a fried hand.
Yeah, it does.
Basically. That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
It's really good.
See, KeeKee knows.
Now I want some Schnitzel.
Don't we all? All right, KeeKee, your category in 10 seconds is Midwestern states.
Ooh.
Darn. Minnesota,
Yes.
Illinois,
Yes.
darn. North Dakota, South Dakota.
Oh, so close.
That was very close. And I have to say, I think we should give her a point just because she said Minnesota first.
I think that if I don't get Schnitzel, she's not getting a point for saying Minnesota first.
All right, audience, what do you think? Should we give her Schnitzel as a dog breed?
This is what I meant. Sarah Wall says Shih Tzu. That's what I actually meant. But I was afraid of saying Shih Tzu on the air
Yeah, you can't.
and getting banned.
No, yeah, you can't. You can't say on Riley.
It's true. It's true. Aw, that's right. Harley is a Shih Tzu. I love him. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, St. Bernard. Yes, I understand. I could have won in so many ways.
But no love for Schnitzel?
All right, Dan, are you ready?
Yes.
Your category is NASCAR drivers.
Oh, God. Are you serious? Richard Petty, Dale Earnhardt Jr., Jeff Gordon, and that is literally every single one I know.
No!
Wait, is Richard Childress a
What
driver?
about Ricky Bobby? No.
Ricky Bobby!
Ricky Bobby.
Look, you can't ask me questions like that. I'm white. I'm not that white, though.
Y'all, I just called y'all. Well, you are y'all. You live in North Carolina now. You got to know your NASCAR.
Do I?
You do.
I'm moving to New Hampshire then.
Where you only
got
need to know
plenty of
your
room.
crabs.
There's nobody staying here.
No.
All right, Dan, what is my category?
Your category, Aaron, is okay.
Oh, gosh.
We're gonna go. Okay, here you go. Ready?
I'm ready.
European countries.
Okay. Italy. Switzerland.
Schnitzel.
My mother's watching this show and she's so embarrassed right now.
Can't.
My brain just wasn't thinking fast enough. Germany and Azerbaijan. Oh, man.
All right. We need some more suggestions from the audience to keep them pouring in. Here's another one you could have said. St. Bernard, I'm being told.
Mm-hmm. My mom is embarrassed. Look, sorry, Mom. I'm so sorry.
All right. KeeKee, are you ready?
I guess.
In 10 seconds, you need to name 5 albums.
Ooh.
The trilogy, Beauty Behind the Madness, Kissland, Starboy, After Hours.
Oh, that was so
It's
solid.
almost every album by The Weeknd.
That was. You should get bonus points, honestly, for not diversifying your portfolio.
I love that.
Sorry.
Okay.
Obsessed.
We've got a category coming in for you, Dan. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
1, 2, 3 cuts of beef.
Tenderloin, strip steak, skirt steak, T-bone, filet, porterhouse, butt.
Wow.
Do those count?
I mean, you
What?
only needed 5, so.
I know, but I wasn't sure. Again, I wasn't really sure. Not up on my NASCAR drivers, not up on my cuts of beef.
Well, I get one more category, and then I think I'm going to be out in the running, and it's going to be head-to-head.
You think so?
I think so. We're going to find out. What is my category, Dan?
Okay, your category is. I'm looking through these. There's some. Let me find something here that is going to function in this category. Okay, this is good. Ready?
Okay.
Your category is books.
Okay, The Chronicles of Narnia, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, or the Voyage of the Dawn Treader, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, and...
Yo. First of all,
just
the
not
Voyage
fast.
of the Dawn Treader is one part of the Chronicles of Narnia.
The Chronicles of Narnia, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe is the first book.
That's
But
true.
I always just called it The Chronicles of Narnia.
Well, K.A. Applegate or whoever wrote those.
Either way, I just failed, and I did. I picked the ones with the longest titles. I don't know why. This is not my game. It's okay.
No, it is.
Because
It's
it
all
is
love.
between KeeKee and Dan.
Okay.
All right, so KeeKee, you need to name us 5 things that are found at the fair.
Ferris wheels, roller coasters, the strength machine, funnel cakes, kids.
Ooh, okay, you know what?
You made it.
That was close enough.
You made it. I saw her make it. She said kids
Yeah.
before that 0
She
happened.
said kids, plus we're on a delay. We got slow internet here, so
All right, Dan.
yeah.
If you get this correct, you guys tie.
Okay,
If not, KeeKee is our winner.
okay.
Your category is name 5 hot sauces.
Tabasco, Cholula, Tapatio, let's see, Dave's Insanity, and The End.
Very good. All right, we are tied. Coming at you for the next category. Oh man, I'm getting all sorts of shade.
But hold on, isn't that the first chronologically, but it wasn't the first that was written? I think Lion, Witch, and the Wardrobe, and correct me if I'm wrong.
I thought that I'm not sure.
I thought, is that the first book? I think that is the first book.
Okay, I believe you.
I don't know.
Because
Wait,
It's been a while.
was there one called The Wizard's Apprentice? Or is The Magician's Nephew a different one? Or did they like name it differently? And
I have
I
no
don't
idea.
remember.
which was the one? Okay, guys. Which was the one where they find all those pools and they dive down into the pools and they come out in different like parts of the timeline in the universe and then they see like the genesis of the world?
That was Voyage of the Dawn Treader, I thought.
No way.
Are you sure?
I'm
not
not
sure. But you know what? It makes me want to not reread because I don't really read anymore because I don't know why.
KeeKee, name every book in which they go into pools and they come out in different parts of the universe and vision to see the genesis of the world.
Can't.
He's just joshing you.
I'm kidding. It's the Cheeze Doodles talking.
It is the
Lost.
Cheeze Doodles talking. All right.
Yeah, that high fructose corn syrup is just,
No good.
you know.
It is no good.
But you know what? It's good for the economy.
So true.
We'll never not be able to sell corn.
Aw. All right, KeeKee. Can you name 5 Bath and Body Works scents?
Oh my god.
Even shop there anymore. Japanese cherry, mahogany teakwood. That's all I can name. Anything else?
That was pretty hard.
Feel like that was absurd.
But it was pretty cool.
That's infinite percent more than I would have been able to name.
Okay. Dan,
Yeah?
I'm going to do another one from Sarah Wall.
Okay.
Can you name 5 famous people named Dan?
Dan Harmon, Dan Rather, Dan. That sounded like a canned sound.
It did. That was pretty good.
What Dans did we miss?
Let's see. There's Daniels as well.
Yeah, there's a lot of Daniels.
Daniel Boone.
Yeah, Daniel
Daniel
Kaluuya.
Day-Lewis.
Good one.
Paul Dano.
Oh, guess what? Paul Dano's my age too. I'm feeling younger by the day. LeBron James, Paul Dano, and me just hanging out, being the same age.
LeBron James, Paul Dano.
LeBron James.
Can't beat that. All right.
All right, where are we at?
This is KeeKee's. Maybe for the win. We'll find out. Please name us 5 Simon and Garfunkel songs.
I can only name 0.
I would have taken that question and made it.
Dan, name 5 Janis Joplin
Oh my
songs.
God. Take a little bit, ba ba dee ba, ma 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 ma.
Okay.
That's a Dusty Springfield song, anyway. I don't know.
Dan Aykroyd's
Dan
another
Aykroyd,
famous
that's a
Dan.
good one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, here's what we're gonna do.
Schnitzel.
They're really testing
We are
us.
gonna pick this last. Oh, Valine says Dan Beckman. Aw. We are going to take this last category,
Okay.
which is also going to come from Sarah Wall because I really like her suggestions.
Okay.
We are going to go back and forth until one of you cannot answer, and then the other person will be the winner.
Okay.
Starting with you, KeeKee, name a Taylor Swift song.
Bad Blood.
Dan,
The Woods.
KeeKee.
I can't answer. I don't listen to Taylor Swift.
And
Dan wins.
What's happening?
it looks like the winner of our game is Dan Beckman.
Yeah!
Congratulations, Dan. You are going to win this entire bottle of top shelf absinthe. Are you excited?
No.
KeeKee, you have already been so inspiring tonight, but can you please give the audience at large a nice motivational send-off and just some words of wisdom as they go into the rest of their week?
All I have to say is no matter what you have ahead of you, it doesn't mean anything. It's just about how you persevere through everything that you have ahead of you. There's no one in this world that can tell you who you are but yourself. And you should never judge based off of what other people have going on in their life, what you have going on for yourself. Believe in yourself. Doesn't matter what anyone has to say.
So true, bestie.
That is so true.
Hey, do you have anything you want to promote before we kick you out of our stream?
Of course. So I do have my podcast. That's something that I've been working really hard on. It's called You Hate to Hear It, where I talk about very hard things that people don't like to hear. So it's available on all platforms. Apple Music is the biggest one. Spotify, a lot of people love Spotify. But it's called You Hate to Hear It. So by me. That's it.
I love that. What a great concept. What a great title. We're going to be checking it out. You just gained yourself at least one new subscriber. I don't know what she's going to do.
Hey guys, like and subscribe to KeeKee's feed. It means a lot to us little streamers out there. So make sure you show her some support, and we really appreciate it. We love you, KeeKee. If you love KeeKee, pop some love in the chat for KeeKee as she goes on her way. Mwah! We will see you soon, I hope. We love you so much.
Love you too. Thank you for having me.
Thanks for being here. We'll see you soon.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
And thank you all for being here tonight. What a fun show this has been.
It has been a good show.
I liked that Take 5 game.
Yeah, we should play it more.
Yeah, we should play it just you and me, just for funsies.
Just like in bed.
Yeah, I mean, I would. I would absolutely do that.
I would too. Crack a bottle of absinthe, put some cheese doodle dust on our chests, and just
You
play.
want to put cheese doodle chest on our... I don't don't even know what I was saying. But I will say one thing. I will say that these Cheeze Doodles are hot glued to barrettes that are in my hair, and they're not going to be eaten.
Cheeze Doodle barrettes.
Yeah, baby. Oh, man. It's so good to see you all out there. Guys, please join every Tuesday. We love hanging out with you. We love meeting new friends on this stream. We also love hanging out with our old friends. Hello, Judy. We miss you so much.
Yeah, big time.
Man, we can't wait to see you again. We feel like we haven't seen you in a year and a half because we haven't.
Right.
And that's so sad.
Funny how time works.
It is.
Y'all, if there's anything you want to see, anything you'd like us to do on the show, we're up for anything. We'll tackle any challenge. You can hit us up at any of these avenues, give us a like and subscribe, or you can message us personally. A lot of you know us. So just fire us over a message and let us know what you want to see.
The face is getting flushed because this National Absinthe Day has definitely gone to my mind, and I'm not going to lie. I am feeling it more than I've felt any alcohol lately.
I feel like I drank the absinthe, had a horrible experience drinking it, got no buzz, and went straight to the hangover. That's where I'm at. So.
Well, sometimes it be like that.
Yippee-ki-yay.
Yippee-ki-yay. We love y'all so much. Please tune in every Tuesday night at 8 o'clock Eastern. And we will see you next week right here on Erinn and Dan.
But it's live.
We love you. Mwah.
Bye. And cons to both of these cheese doodles. With this one, you get the texture and the size, but this one is kind of crunchier and it tastes a little bit better.
Did you smell this before you ate it?
Oh, God. I did it again.
Why do
I'm
we
so
always do
sorry.
this?
I'm so